Hello. 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 Hi. Hi. Hello. Welcome, welcome to Everyone's Kitchen. I am your culinary coach, Harmony. Cheers. We're rocking that Grammy beer tonight. It was on sale, you guys. And it's a Luke Combs special edition here. Because beer never broke my heart. Oh my gosh, if that's not the truth. Right? So cheers to you all. Cheers, cheers. How is everybody this lovely and amazing evening? I hope that you are all well. I'm on the struggle bus tonight. I was on the struggle bus on Monday too. I'm sorry, you guys, but I legitimately could not function. I took Friday off so I could prepare my friend Wonderful's amazing food for her son Roman. Congratulations, Roman, for going off to college. But come Monday, my supervisor Stephanie was gone, and I feel all alone, and it was very traumatizing for me. It's traumatizing. Do you all have like work people that you're excited to see and visit with? Because I totally have that, and I had that when I was at my last job too, and it's so freaking traumatizing when they're not there. I was absolutely wiped out and exhausted by the end of the day, and I'm still doing a lot of extra work, though that load is lightening, which is fantastic. Even if it's just 5 minutes, it's fantastic. So, yeah, I could not function on Monday, and I was looking at Zane, and I was like, I couldn't even keep my eyes open. I was that tired. I had drank like 3 total beers, and it was just not cool. All right, so thank you for appreciating my moment of needing a mental health day, because that's honestly what it was. I could not function, and I will always want to give you guys the best that I can. Okay, maybe not like top-notch best, but I always want to give you the best that I can in the moment, and I was not feeling even the moment, okay? That's where I was at on Monday. So I appreciate that you are all back today. I have my oven at a medium-high heat, number 8 for me. I don't know what it will be for you. I put a little bit of olive oil on the bottom of my pan, and we are going to rock out with a half of a small onion, whatever onion you choose, okay? We're doing some deconstructed cabbage rolls. So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I was going to do some lumpia. I have not made lumpia in a lot of years, but I was going to do some lumpia and decided that I had some stuff at home that needs to be used up, including some cabbage. And I know I just did cabbage last week, but we're just going to rock out with some cabbage. Why? Because for whatever reason, my kid loves a green vegetable. I don't know. Maybe y'all have trouble with that with your kids, but I do not have trouble with a green vegetable with my kid. In fact, fun fact, a green vegetable is about the only vegetable Zane will eat. So, yeah. All right. So we're rocking out with about a half a small onion. Do what makes your soul happy, you guys. It doesn't have to be a science. It doesn't have to be a perfection. I like to add my seasoning here and go a little heavy on it, and then adjust as necessary. So I got a little bit of salt. Still rocking this salt from Sassy Sissy Boutique. Miss Gail, who is on vacation to go see her grandbaby, so she will not be joining us this evening. And Chad never joins us anymore, so it's because he got a new girlfriend. That's why. We got some pepper. You know, I'm always going to rock that trifecta unless I am making specific things. There are specific things I do not use the trifecta for, and one of them is a tuna pineapple salad because I got yelled at for that. Cannot use the trifecta. I have to use salt, pepper, and garlic. And I have my rice over here. Remember, a 2-to-1 ratio. Got my trifecta going on here. And again, I'm going a little heavy because that's just how I roll. That's how I roll when I'm doing stuff like this. I go a little heavy in the beginning, and then I can adjust at the end. Spank it. I got some time here. Spank it. Get it the hell out of there. All right. And then I've got some basil, or basil if you prefer. That's totally okay too. Zane's like, okay, you're making this, what am I going to eat? So guess what I get to do when I'm done? I get to cook some more. All right, I have some ground oregano, but you can use any oregano you have. We're just giving some spices here. You don't even have to use all these spices, you guys. Just do you. Always just do you. All right. Very fragrant, though. It's very fragrant. Got those onions going, all those spices. It looks like a spicy hot mess that nobody's going to want to eat, but it will in the end. It will be delicious in the end. I'm hoping it will be delicious in the end anyways. I don't think I've ever made cabbage rolls. I know it was suggested to me early on, and I have an actual recipe for real cabbage rolls. But I did not follow that. All right, and then I've got my 1 pound of ground turkey. If you're a beef person, you just do that. I cannot do beef. If you've been watching long enough, you know that I got beef with beef. So not because I'm like anti-beef, but because my body's like anti-beef. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're gonna rock out with some ground turkey. And I think that was the pivoting, turning moment for Zane. Is he's like, I guess if it was like beef, I might try it. Minus the tomatoes. We are going to rock out some tomatoes, you guys. So I got a question for you guys. Here's the question of the day. Are you rice, pasta, or potatoes? Let me know in the comments. Rice, pasta, or potatoes? I think I'm pasta. Though I eat a lot of rice. We eat a lot of rice in our house. But I think I'm pasta. I much prefer pasta. I had pasta last night. I had pasta for lunch today. I made that little, and I'm always going to screw it up. The papa de rille. The tomato, the creamy tomato one. I did that way back when. Pomodoro maybe. Papa de rille de pomodoro. See, I picked this shit, you guys, and then I don't even know how to say it. That makes me horrible, I think. Makes me horrible. Makes me feel like I'm horrible anyways. So now we got our ground turkey or your ground beef, depending on what your preference is. Take a little soap here. Is that Miss Dot I see up there? There's somebody else up there too, but I can't tell. Nope, I see Ron. I see Ron up there, and I don't know who that picture is. See, I'll have my glasses on. So tell me, you guys, if you're watching currently right now in this moment, let me know, drop a little comment. Let me know if you are rice, pasta, or potatoes. I mean, obviously they're all good, but if you had to pick one for the rest of your life, I'm totally going to be that person. I did not mean to be that person, but I'm totally going to be that person. All right, see, so we're heavily seasoned, and that's going to work out beautifully for all of this. Again, I'm on a medium-high heat. Got my rice done, my 2-to-1 ratio, and you guys, whatever rice works for you. I put it on high till it boils a little bit, and then I turn it down on low, and then sometimes I just turn it off, because I like to use jasmine rice, and sometimes, just sometimes, I get out of the habit of making rice, so it I burn a few pots. I'm not gonna lie, I burn a few pots. We're just gonna get this all browned. I'm gonna show you guys. It's not quite done just yet, but I want to show you guys the spices that are in there. You see that? You see all them little flecks in there? That's all those extra spices I put in right at the beginning, because sometimes you just want the florally smell of those spices. You just don't want them to burn, because that gives a really nasty flavor. And we don't want a nasty flavor in our food. Nobody wants a nasty flavor in their food. All right. So we're very close to it all being done. So at this moment, we're going to take this half a head of small cabbage. It was just a little tiny one because it's just Zane and I. We're going to dump that in here. And again, he loves green vegetables, so. But I love cabbage. I don't want to be eating it for like 500 years, okay? So I just buy a small one. If you guys rock way more people than 2, maybe it is okay for you to buy a much larger head of cabbage. And now all of those spices are going to be dispersed amongst all of this. Again, we're rocking that deconstructed cabbage roll. We do a lot of green vegetables here. The vegetables I tend to buy at the store are like cabbage, broccoli, spinach, but Zane will only eat spinach if it's fresh. He will not eat it when it's cooked. He's not a fan. He will do some kale. In the very rare occasion that he eats a soup, he will do some kale. But he will rock some kale if I do it like this, if I just fry it in some butter or some oil or whatever. Damn phone's going off too. There's like one app I cannot get to, like, on my phone. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. All right, I think that meat is almost done. And then I'm going to take my one can of basil, garlic, and oregano. This is what I have. If you have other tomatoes, you guys, it's okay. Just, again, we didn't drain anything. We just have that. And we're going to rock it. Because the liquid, let's see if I can speak tonight. The liquid from your tomatoes is going to help that cabbage cook, and it's all going to be blended. And I keep hitting this, and it's very freaking hot. It's going to be, it's going to give us some steam, so your cabbage will cook. The meat's going to be already cooked, and we're going to be rocking it out, and it's going to be delicious and amazing, and I already know it. Why do I already know it? Because I freaking cooked it. That's how I already know it. Why is it going to be amazing for you? Because you freaking cooked it, and you already know it. You could absolutely add some vegetable stock to this if it's not enough liquid. I do not have any vegetable stock or chicken stock or whatever, beef stock, whatever kind of stock you have. There's still some liquid hanging out in here though, so I'm just going to let it do its thing. That's what I have for you tonight. And we're going to take this beautiful rice and we're going to put some of this beautiful deconstructed cabbage roll over the top of that rice, and we're going to have dinner. And it's going to be done in like no time. That was like 14 minutes, you guys. Every single time I do a show, it's like the most part that like the thing that takes the most time. Let's see if I can again use my words. Is the prep. It's the cutting of the onions. It's the cutting of the cabbage. It's the whatever. The prep stuff is all the stuff that takes more time than any of it. So I remember growing up, and it was always like TV time, right? We don't have to deal with that these days. I mean, if you're going to make something delicious like a roast chicken, we're going to go TV time motion, right? Right? Because it takes a little bit of time for a roast chicken to be done. But if we're just doing a little pan of something, you guys, you can make easy meals at home without worrying about it. And I'm going to show you all this just because I feel the need. Let me get it all moved around here real fast. We still have all those spices up there. You guys see them spices? just make sure you taste it. You gotta taste it to make sure that you have enough salt in there, enough pepper in there, because salt and pepper, that's gonna be your main ingredients anyways. And if you don't want to get crazy with it, just remember, my chef used to make fun of me because he called me Tinkerbell with the salt, because I never put enough in it right out of the gate. But you can always add more. You can't take it away. So just go easy on your spices until you know what your levels are. Do it till your soul feels happy, but just remember, you can always add more. You cannot take away from the spices. And that's what I have for you tonight. As soon as this is done, I'm absolutely going to take a picture and show you all the deliciousness that is a deconstructed cabbage roll. That's what I have. That's what I'm doing. Oh, and side note, update on my car, because I know some of you have been following along. I now need a new engine. Because why? It's the story of my life. So if you think you need some BBK gear, let me know. Because I got some t-shirts. I've got some mugs. If I run out of either, I got somebody. So let's do this. Please help me get my car working again. All right. I love you all. I will see you all this weekend for Suck It Up Saturday. I think Kitchenette Nicole and I will be doing something at her house, but I don't really know. So I'm going to keep you posted because we have a very busy day on Saturday. I'm going to see Kitchenette Tammy and her husband, Shane, at the car show in Puyallup. So, Good Guys Car Show, do it or don't. I mean, you might not live closely, so you might not do it. But that's where I will be on Saturday with Kitchenette Nicole. All right, guys. I will see you all on Saturday, possibly. If not, definitely Monday, because I'm not gonna not do Monday. And if I don't do Monday, we're gonna do Tuesday, because I feel horrible. I feel awful for having to take that moment and that day, and yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. So I will see you all at the very least on Monday, but probably on Saturday for Suck It Up Saturday. Love you all. Have a good evening.